If you're a window treatment company and you're looking for ways to use AI within your business, then this video is for you. So we've been working with window treatment companies for the last several years. And one of the things that we're noticing is that AI is providing our clients a huge opportunity in terms of booking more appointments, right? And at the end of the day, if you want to get more sales, you need to be able to go out there and see more houses. But before that even happens, you actually need to be able to get more calls coming in. And then those calls that you get coming into your business, you need to convert them into appointments. But many times we find that if it's a small business, some calls are going unanswered, right? So someone's calling, they're saying, look, I'm interested in a window treatment estimate, but guess what? There's no one to answer the phone. So that call ends up getting lost. And the worst thing you can do, and you know this, is that if someone calls and you don't answer, that person's going to call the next business. Which means that if you try to call them back later, maybe the next day, it's very possible that a business had already gone to them and already closed the deal. So you do not want to miss any call. And that's where AI is providing businesses the opportunity to pick up the phone, right? And specifically AI receptionists. Now, this also applies to big businesses, and big businesses here might be window treatment companies with 10, 20 or more people within their business. These might be the businesses that maybe they have 3, 4, 5 people manning the phones. But unfortunately, what happens at 11 p.m. Many times that business is closed for the day. And if someone calls you at 11 p.m., which might be the time that they're behind their computer and they're looking on Google, looking on Facebook, guess what? You might lose that potential customer. And it could also happen where, look, let's say during business hours, you have 5 people answering the phones and you get a 6 or 7 call coming in at the same time. What happens then, right? Generally, you'll put someone on hold and hope that they're still there when you're done with one customer. That way, you're able to take on that call, right? But what happens is that these are all opportunities to lose that potential business. But AI, and like I mentioned, AI receptionists, they allow you to scale your communication with customers. So in the same way, you're actually able to set up AI to run 24/7. So if someone calls you at 11 p.m., you're able to have the AI answer the phone, ask them for their name, their address, what they're interested in, their phone number, best time for a callback, etc. And we find that this is very useful because if you want to be able to make more sales, you need to make sure that you're going to houses. And if you're the first one to answer the phone and you're the first one to actually get that commitment in their time by taking their information, you reduce the likelihood that that person is going to call many more businesses. And that improves your ability to be that first person who shows up at that house and then lands the sale. And that's very important to keep in mind, because I've worked with window treatment companies that maybe it's a 2-person team, and look, some of them do very well. One person is focused on sales, the other person is focused on installing. But even then, they'll drop some calls, right? Maybe the person who's focused on sales is speaking to a potential prospect right now, or maybe the person installing is installing at that time. So, there are opportunities to lose those calls if you don't have the right system in place. But I will add, though, that even though AI receptionists can resolve these issues, of course, there are going to be many objections. And I've read a lot about this online as well, is that, a lot of people don't trust AI. And what I'm going to tell you is that you shouldn't think of AI as being that old bot that you used to have before. And I'm going to invite you right now, if you have not spoken to AI before, go click on one of the links in the description, ideally the one to my agency webpage called www.ren.marketing, and call one of those numbers. We use AI at our agency too, and trust me, when you call the AI and you start speaking to the AI, you're going to realize that this is next level, because the AI sounds like a real person. You can feed it a lot of information. So if someone asks about pricing, you could train the AI to say, look, we can't get pricing over the phone, but we can give you a free estimate. Or if someone says, look, will you bring in samples for roller shades, plantation shutter, etc., you could tell the AI that if someone asks about that yes, we will bring in samples for those particular products. But there are many objections, right? And apart from that one, that it sounds very robotic, there's also people don't really want to speak to robots. They want to speak to real people. And I will tell you, and this is me coming from experience, listening to many calls, that is true to a certain extent. And that is really changing as the months go by. Because when we started rolling out AI to some of our clients, you had some people who said, oh, I want to talk to a real person, and then they'd hang up. But now that's not happening anymore. In fact, what's happening is that someone is speaking to the AI and they know it's an AI. And they might ask for a person, but the AI might say, look, I don't have anyone available right now, but let me take down your information and I'll have them call you back. And guess what? The people are leaving their information. so that the team is able to call back. So everything is changing in the way that now people are interacting with AI, and it's becoming a lot more welcome. And furthermore, you're going to have AI not just for phone calls, you're going to have them for following up, for text messages, for Instagram direct messages, etc. But I do find that for most window treatment businesses, you want to get people on the phone just to make sure that, look, you have the right address, that you're actually able to help them out. Sometimes people might want a particular product that you might not carry, so it might not make sense to go out there if they're thinking about something completely different that you don't work on, right? Let's say you don't offer plantation shutters and that person is specifically focused on getting plantation shutters. At that point, you need a way to filter them out, and the AI could actually ask people what they're interested in. And if someone says something in particular, the AI can respond in a specific way. So take all of this as just some tips. I think that these are huge opportunities for window treatment companies and really all businesses, and it's only going to get much more interesting. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe for more, because we're going to be talking about how it is that we're working with our clients, including our window treatment clients, so that maybe you're able to learn a little bit more about, how you're able to grow your window treatment business. Of course, along the way, you might realize that, hey, look, there's an area that we might be able to work with Franco and run marketing, and you might want to reach out to us, which is really something we're very welcome to doing. So if you have any questions, make sure to add them in the comments below. And if you want to get in touch, go in the description. We have a few links there for you to contact us. Thank you. Have a good one.